Kanye announces presidential bid. Milo is his campaign manager, and Nick bought it in the background of the video. You guys might remember a guy called Kyrie Irving. He's been doing the Black Hebrew Israelite thing. He was promoting a book and a documentary which involved denial. Black Hebrew Israelitism is the belief that black people are the true descendants of the tribes of Israel. They're like the real Hebrews. Black Hebrew Israelitism also involves the belief that like the current recognized Jews, you know, actual Jewish people are, and then it's all like stuff. We're like, oh yeah, well those Jews are fake, and also they control the world to destroy our race, bloody, bloody, blah. There are people who are black Hebrew Israelite leaning that are not full on. I don't think Kyrie Irving's sort of leaning back though, because again, he was promoting the Holocaust denial documentary. The like, what is it called again? It was like from black to Hebrew or something like that. No, it is an ideology so insane that it feels fake. But unfortunately, that's just what ideologies look like these days. It's, you know, it's whatever. That's just how it be. Hebrews to N-words. Yes, there we go. Thank you. SB Nation, give me that video. Round tweet supported by Kyrie Irving, not Barclays Center demonstrators. Jaylen Brown sent a tweet on Sunday intended to support Kyrie Irving, not the Black Hebrew Israelites who demonstrated support of Irving outside Barclays Center. Right. Let's not skip, huh? So Jaylen Brown over here, who is a person, I believe. Let's see, probably a person. Also number 7. Energy in response to this extremely normal demonstration of support for an athletic figure.
Some of us used to be in the club.
Normal way for athletic types to be supported. I see this all the time at baseball games. People in identical uniforms shouting in unison.
Kingdom too, and in that kingdom we shall rule. In that kingdom we shall rule. If we keep the laws in Christ, we shall never give up our mind. And we'll get a kingdom too. That kingdom we shall rule.
What are they saying? They are chanting about how they're going to get their long-awaited kingdom and they will rule that kingdom. It's essentially the same as the Nazi, like, Aryan myth. The idea that there's like a historical Vaush, like a historical bloodline that they try to restore. And once they've done so, they'll fulfill a kind of ethnic historical prophecy that will bring about their rule, their promised return to power. Yes, it's truly Blitlerite stuff here. Yeah, it's not great. Ideologically, this is a kind of like the Charlottesville Tiki Torch thing. I mean, to be fully clear, these guys are Nazis but black. You know, we don't need to parse this. That is what they are, and they're just demonstrating out here, you know. So that's cool. The sort of Blitler wing. I liked these tweets too, because if you go in the comments, you will find some people who disagree. You're also going to find a lot of what seems to be like normie black people defending this. You know, if it's black, it's a hate group. If it's white, it's patriotic. I get it now reading these comments. SMH. Kyrie bringing his cult to games now. Y'all going to find a way to still make him look bad for this? For the brown shirts chanting outside his game. Yes. So that's not good. You know, between that, Kanye West is running in 2024, and in the video where he announces it, Milo Yiannopoulos is one of his campaign people. What's more, Nick Fuentes was in the building on the announcement. This has been confirmed. Yeah, Kanye is running for president and announces it, one of the prime presidential candidates, in a video that has 2 neo-Nazis in it. So that's super cool.
Come to the office. This is Milo right here.
How you doing,
Working
Milo?
on the campaign.
Oh, right on.
Is that an announcement? I guess it is. Thanks. I accept. So boom, right here, we got the Balenciaga right here, but it's the YE2024 merch on it. You know what I mean? This is. Hey guys, what's your name?
Giuliano.
This is Giuliano right here.
Hi,
He was
Hey.
filming me outside, so I said, just come inside. Just check out what we're doing right here.
How are you guys?
Are we in a factory?
Right here, so this is where we're cutting patterns. We're making the coat. Johan, can you take these out the back and lay them out so we show them?
Thanks for having me here, Kanye.
Absolutely. So we got some of that right here. That's the YE2024. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah. So you are running.
Yes.
That's awesome,
Just
Kanye.
stepping on all of them.
Simple as that.
You know, advisors can tell me, you know,
Yeah.
you should say this, you should say that, you know. It's just we're moving towards the future. Like, so what we do here is I'll cut up, you know, 100 hoodies from Yeezy, from Balenciaga, from the stuff we did at Gap, from the stuff we did at Adidas, and everything we do is going to cost $20. We need to make sure that everyone can receive the same level of cuts, the same level.
Is this a publicity stunt, or do you think he expects to win? Kanye is mentally ill, and I sincerely doubt at this point that he's capable of doing much more besides being led around by people around him who want to exploit his illness. The real harm here isn't that he wins, because of course he's not going to. The real problem is that he's going to be like a lightning rod for white nationalists like Milo Yiannopoulos and Nick Fuentes, who are going to use the publicity that they get from standing next to Kanye to further normalize white nationalist talking points. This is also going to be used as a hook for black voters to try to get them either disenfranchised or invested in the Republican Party by using Kanye's fame with the black community and his goodwill, whatever he has left, which he does still have plenty of it left with some people, as a way of kind of like hooking more over to the right.
Food, same level of water, same level of education, the curriculum, the engineering. We're beings with
Isn't he a bit too unhinged to be manipulated nicely? No, people like Kanye are incredibly easy to manipulate. The image they give of like a free spirit or like a rejection of it's not true at all. If you have a very basic understanding of like how to talk to people like Kanye, they're like impressionable children. They're looking for ideas to be given and told that they're their own. And once they have that, they'll like run off and justify it to the ends of the earth.
engineering opportunities. We're getting past the
I don't think most black people are that stupid or gullible. Wrong. Everyone is, including black people. You gotta lower your standards for everyone.
past. We're focused on the future.
Right.
Here. I'll walk you out. Oh, wait a second. We got some of the drip coming in.
All right. New stuff, Kanye?
Grippy.
What'd you say?
Those are new?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I know this is an oversized look. You wear oversized?
Yeah.
Here, take this.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Kanye.
Make another one. Here.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me, Kanye.
Absolutely. It's Jay, bro. It's Jay.
Yay.
You can call me Kanye. You're not doing that. Just
Sorry again. Yeah, we're too used to it.
it's gonna take us a while to update, right?
Yeah.
But this is the update. We are the update. That's all we need to do. As a species, we need to update together. Everything's been so divisive.
Yep, that's Nick. That's Fuentes right there. Could recognize that virgin walk and feminine phrenology from a mile away. My femboy detector never fails. Oh yeah, 100%.
Divisive. Think about when they say diversity. People look at that like it's a good thing, but we're the United States of America.
Are
We're
we sure this is facts? The video with Kanye? What do you mean? It's a video with Kanye.
a universe. We're a university. We're a republic.
Wait, was that really Nick? Yeah. Yes, I'm not joking. That's Nick. Can't you tell? Your femboy detectors are way off. It's the right height, too.
So divisive. Think about when they
RIA.
Well, that'll be fun to cover. But are they fucking? It could be a JBP situation. Kanye is back on Twitter. Well, that's not really surprising. I love that. We're kind of entering, I guess, like the end game of celebrity culture, where you can have like big artists just be neo-Nazis and nobody cares. Yes, Trump is also back on Twitter. Very wacky that. I mean, we all expected that would happen. I don't think anyone here is surprised. My man's nearly up to 100 million followers, because everyone's waiting to see. Everyone's waiting. I really don't think he'll draw many black votes, at least votes that weren't already Republicans. It doesn't matter if he draws many, even if he gets a couple percentage points. It's statistically significant. I heard he's not coming back anyway because Trump hates Elon. Trump has said he'll stay on Truth Social, but also, like, nothing Trump or Elon says should ever be taken into account. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to resist the urge. I think he'll tweet eventually, even if it's just to promote Truth Social. Yes, Andrew Tate is black as well. Vaush on black and this whole Ye thing hurts. Yeah, I get that, but, like, he's been crazy for years now. I don't know. I mean, there are definitely, like, artists that I like. I guess if I found out that, like, I don't know, Miyazaki was actually a dipshit, I guess that really, I don't know. It's, in the black community, there are a lot of disenfranchised youth. There will definitely be a couple points of distraction. Yeah, what you have to understand is that, like, everyone is really stupid, except for people who watch my content. You guys are all right. At least some of you. At least a couple of you. I'm all right. And, no, I'm not. I'm not all right. I'm stupid too. Okay, so every human is stupid. And unfortunately, you have to account for that when you're talking about, like, well, how many people would be influenced by one of the largest black celebrities with an enormous social media presence becoming a neo-Nazi and publicizing it while getting signal boosted by social media tech owners and, like, the broader Republican establishment? And the answer is like, well, yeah, actually that could move quite a few people. Now, Vaush, it's been years of this shit. People just shrug it off as soon as an album drops. Well, a lot of people aren't that invested in politics, so they just think it's like, oh, he said some cancelable stuff. I don't understand why anyone thought he was a genius to begin with. He's been spouting crazy shit since 2000. I mean, people like Elon, and all Elon has ever done publicly is fail and embarrass himself. But, you know, again, you just gotta have lower standards. Just lower your standards. Oh yeah, he also got let back on Twitter, and this was the first thing he tweeted after confirming that he was unbanned from Twitter. So that's super cool. Elon Musk liked the tweet, by the way, which is great. Do you think he's talking to Fuentes? Well, I don't think Fuentes is there for no reason. That's for sure. So that's cool. Hey guys, remember how conservatives have spent decades using token black pundits as a way of fronting racist positions while avoiding the criticism of being racist? People like Candace Owens, you know? Don't you think that if the right was progressing onto neo-Nazism, they would do the same thing there? I mean, isn't it kind of interesting that right around the resurgence of the far right, we see huge figures like Kanye and Kyrie not only delve into neo-Nazism themselves, but start organizing behind structures for promoting those ideologies? That's kind of interesting. It's super cool. You know, it's great. I love the Blitler wing of the far right. I think the Twitter account for the state of Israel actually screenshotted this and said we want nothing to do with this or something like that. So that's kind of funny. They dropped that black solidarity to shack up with the Nazis real quick. Guys, black Hebrew Israelites do not dislike Nazis. They have gotten along every single time. The reason for that, and Nazis like black Hebrew Israelites, because both groups want an ethno-state. Black Hebrew Israelites talk about, you know, like leaving to form some kind of like pan-African ethno-state, so on and so forth, you know, white people staying here and such. They've always gotten along, you know. Marcus Garvey got along with the Ku Klux Klan. Did you see J.K. Rowling liked a Libs of TikTok tweet defending Kanye? I didn't see that, but it's not surprising to me. Vaush, I think a lot of the black people who are reluctant to call out Ye on the stuff feel the exact same way you do about Shu. They have an attachment to Ye that makes them feel like friends. They refuse to cut him off to the extent they should. Sigabiz? The difference being that all of my criticisms of Shu are still expressed. Well, I just personally like her, and she's also my actual friend. I don't think that's at all comparable to being totally unwilling to criticize a Nazi public figure. Zigabiz is in for it now. But it's the same dynamic? I don't think it's the same dynamic at all. That the equivalent would be if Shu was a Nazi and I didn't criticize her for it, which I don't think it's comparable. I mean, I guess it really depends on how parasocial somebody is. Oh, we also have this nice art from Nick Fuentes' Telegram? which is nice. The American Nazi Party attending Nation of Islam events. Oh, yes. So this was back when the Nation of Islam wasn't as explicitly far right as it would turn to be. But yes, George Lincoln Rockwell, head of the American Nazi Party at Black Muslim meeting, Washington, D.C. I don't think they were buddy-buddies back at this point, but there's definitely been a long-standing friendship. Why aren't they happy? Well, they're Nazis. Grumpy lads. They gotta look serious. Malcolm X was also sussy. Malcolm X had a sussy period, but he came around in the end. A lot of people who defend him conveniently ignore that fact and use him as a way of pushing racially exclusionary politics. Article on the subject, it does say the N-word in it, only once. The weird time Nazis made common cause with black nationalists. The black nationalist Nation of Islam and the American Nazi Party didn't have a lot in common, but they did believe in staying as far away from each other's race as possible. This is the critical thing, right? Black nationalists and Nazis are both anti-Semitic, homophobic, transphobic, incredibly sexist. They want like traditional, like highly authoritarian, autocratic social structures. And they both want to live in ethnically exclusionary communities. White nationalists in America want America, whereas black nationalists in America tend to want Africa, or at least parts of Africa. So they actually have the same goals? Looking out over a sea of 12,000 black faces at the Chicago International Amphitheater, American Nazi Party leader George Lincoln Rockwell told the crowd that their last best chance for black uplift was an alliance with Nazis. You know, we call you the hard R, he said, but wouldn't you rather be confronted by honest white men who tell you that to your face what the others all say behind your back? Wow. I wish modern Nazis were anywhere near this straightforward and brave. People like Nick Fuentes are like flop sweating, dancing around dog whistles. Meanwhile, yeah, George stepping on up there being like, yeah, we're incredibly racist, but like all white people are. So, you know, really, we do need to return. Modern Nazis are too soy to represent their ideology appropriately.